Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I'm pretty sure I know why you guys clicked on the video. Of course, to see the review and swatches of this noodle set that Urban Decay went ahead and sent me, but also to hear my story. So welcome, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this, and let's go ahead and get started. I already pretty much did my base, so I did my brows, I did my foundation, bronzer, blush, and all that. I still pretty much have to do my eyes, and then we're gonna do highlighter together plus the lips. I will have everything linked down below, basically the products that I've already used and products that I'm gonna be using in this video, as well as brushes too. Whoa, I feel like it looks so tight. So this is how the Born to Run eyeshadow palette looks. I love it. I'm sure you guys have seen it already, but super beautiful. I love all these pictures. It's just giving me such vibes. Then I'm thinking to myself, why am I home right now? You know, like I want to go to these places. Once you open it opens up all the way just like that. This goes all the way back, which I really appreciate. I love when palettes do that. There's a nice size mirror here, and then you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 different eyeshadows. Yay, I know math. So here's how the palette looks in all its glory. You guys can see there's a nice selection of mattes that are included in here and a nice selection of like metallic-y shades, but I really like the selection of colors that are put in here because you have your warms and then pops of colors too, and I can see myself creating billions of looks with this. Like I want to just throw the whole palette on my whole body. I've never seen Urban Decay do a palette like this, so it's very, very exciting for me, which I'm sure it's exciting for you guys as well. We're gonna get started with this palette first, and then once we're up to the lips, I'll do lip swatches of the lip products. Once we're up to the eyes, I'll do swatches of the liners, and then at the end we're gonna go ahead and use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray that has packaging that's sexy AF. Let's go. Zoom in, same thing every time. The first shade I'm gonna go ahead and use is the shade Still Shot, which is this really nice peachy color. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about this is because it's been on my mind for a really long time, and I do like sharing with you guys some personal things that go on in my life. Not everything, because then I feel like I don't have like that boundary, but certain things that I feel like would be beneficial to you guys and would probably help me get some closure as well. So it's kind of beneficial to both, you know? So I was with this guy for about, I would say, 3-ish years. I met him 3.5 years ago, but the first like half a year that I've known him, we were just kind of like friends. I wasn't really interested in anything, but then we spent a ton of time together, and it's inevitable that you probably will enjoy someone when you spend so much time with them, you know? And that's what we did. We spent a ton of time together, and we started to really build this love for one another. I think that he's one of the most genuine, sweetest people I've ever met in my life. Just extremely loyal and just very nice and sweet, and I'm always gonna remember that and appreciate that. But towards the end of our relationship, basically, which was, I would say, about 5 months ago, things kind of started going uphill, up and downhill, and we try to like fix it and see what we can do, but just it wasn't working out. So it's also part of everyone changing, you know, because like 3 years ago I was so not the same person I am today, and I'm sure obviously he was not the same person he is today either. And I feel like as years go on, you know, people change, people develop, people want different things, and I just kind of feel like our interests and our point of views were just not aligning as much as they did in the past, you know? And as much as I don't want to admit that, it is true. Okay, next shade I'm going to go ahead and use is the shade Badger. It's a really nice orangey color, which we all love. So about, I would say, 5 months back, he decided that he's just not interested anymore. He kind of like put his foot down, I guess. And I did not see that coming, let me tell you. Only now I kind of understand, but like I didn't see it coming then. And I was trying to make it work because, I mean, I'm sure he loves me, but I loved him to such an extent where it's kind of like, what's going on over here? Like you feel like at that moment your life is over. Like we spent so much time together. We like pretty much spoke every single day, almost saw each other every single day, and our lives were like one, you know? I didn't think it was like so serious because I thought he was like just saying it, and it was like, okay, really, is this really what it's going to be? But I saw that he was kind of like backing away a little bit, and I kind of got the hint, you know? I didn't want to let go though, because you know when you feel like you have something so special there, you're willing to do anything to make it work. That's what it was like. Anyway, so that was like 4 or 5 months ago. Things were like kind of like up and down. He wasn't really interested, but I was still kind of in his life. I was like, let's just be friends. And he did not want to just be friends because he felt like if we would be friends, he would never be able to move on, which I completely understand. But then also, you know, talking to someone on a daily basis and seeing them on a daily basis, and then going from that to not having any contact with them at all, it's like, it's just like sometimes very, very hard to deal with, you know? And I'm sure you guys can probably relate and understand. So even though he wasn't so fond of the idea of us being friends after we kind of like broke up, he was like, all right, let's do it, you know? But then being friends for like a few weeks, it just didn't seem like it was genuinely like right, or like it didn't feel so good, I would say, you know? Like it felt very distant, especially since I was with this person. It felt like, I don't know, it just didn't feel comfortable for me. And I can obviously tell it was very uncomfortable for him. So he mentioned that, you know what, we gotta cut off ties, and you know, that's it, like let's move on. This was like, I would say 3 months ago. So I told him, like, I was crying obviously my ass off, and obviously didn't expect this. Like if I saw this coming, I'm like, okay, fine, I got it. But I did not see that coming, like literally like a slap in the face. I was like, whoa, nah. So during this time also was when I was kind of like leaving my job. Things were not the best over there. So both of these together, like happening at the same time, I was like, kill me right now. My brother actually helped me out through this process. Like he's very good with like words and like talking and just bringing things out, and he helped me understand. But sometimes people can talk, or even a sibling or anyone can talk to you from here to tomorrow, but if you don't feel it yourself, you still feel like shit, you know? You won't feel the change until you make the change for yourself. You know, it's also like working out. Someone can tell you all day, yo, you need to work out or go work out, but if you really just don't genuinely feel it yourself, you're just not going to do it, you know? So that was like 3 months back. We cut off ties completely, and I mentioned like, would I be able to contact you like in a month to see like where you're at. He mentioned that he just needs some time, and he just needs to figure things out, which either means he's not interested, or he just feels like he doesn't want to say it to me because he thinks he'll hurt me, or it just means like he really just needs a few months to really think. That's what he ended things off with. So for about, I would say, a month, I was, you know, living life without him, finishing up with work and stuff. And then I would say pretty much almost a month exactly, I contacted him. I did not expect him to answer because, I don't know, I just didn't. But I missed him. You know when you have those moments and you think and you're like, shit, like what did I just let go of? Or what just let go of me? Like this was so perfect, you know? So I messaged him, and I was surprised to see that he responded. He said, basically what he mentioned was that I really don't know where I'm at still, but because it's you, I'll, you know, be able to talk to you and see what you would want to say. So we spoke, and then we decided that we're going to be together as one again, which was really exciting for me, and it was bomb. So we talked and everything was great. The next day, things just kind of didn't feel right again, and I felt like I was trying to make something out of something that wasn't really there, you know? And so it kind of went back to square one. It was just, the communication just wasn't really there. And then he mentioned to me like, listen, I just don't know if it's gonna work out. So this process of me contacting him and him telling me it's not gonna work out and me not speaking to him went back for the past 2-3 months. Yeah, 2-3 months. I just didn't want to let go, I guess. Yeah, okay, it was me. All right, I was the one that was dumped. I was the one that, you know, he let go of, and it's fine. I don't mind saying that because it doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't put me in an uncomfortable position. I mean, it does to an extent, but it doesn't lower my value for myself. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. And if you guys were ever dumped, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just is, you know? It can feel like you're rejected, and it does feel like shit. But once you get back up and you realize that it's just not you, it's just what it was, then it doesn't affect anymore, you know? So anyways, to get to the point, 2 weeks ago was the last time it was kind of like back and forth. Actually, I would say 3 weeks ago by now. And he completely like stopped. Like in the past, he didn't like block me or anything, but he did block me pretty much on everything. And I got the point, all right? I got the point. I wasn't trying to be annoying, and I wasn't trying to be up anyone's asses, because I'm the kind of person, like, if you're not interested, I'm not gonna talk to you. Like, don't talk to me, you know? But if I really feel like there's something there, I will go out of my way to make something happen, to put my foot forward and see what I can do on my behalf to make this whole thing work. So that was pretty much it. After I saw that he blocked me, I'm like, all right, there's no working out over here, you know? And it was a harsh reality, and like, it was like, yo, you gotta move on, you know? And I would say it was really, really tough for me to just even come on camera and talk regularly, even though I don't know if many of you guys even realize, sometimes I can be bubbly and like myself, but on the inside I'm breaking apart, you know? All right, next shade I'm gonna go in with, before we continue, is the shade Hell Ride. Oh yeah, I love that name. It's such a beautiful purpley color. Yes! So yeah, that's pretty much it, I will say. I know I didn't mention a lot about our relationship, but I really did love him, like I did mention in the beginning of the video. but you know, it is what it is now. I think it's okay to take time for yourself. I'm talking to myself now. I think it's, but I'm saying if you're going through this or you've gone through this, I think it's okay to take time for yourself and not be hard on yourself. Like, oh, like I suck, I'm never gonna find anyone. And I sometimes I still think that way, okay? I don't know if I suck, but I think to myself, will I find anyone, someone who gets me? Because I feel like I just don't click with everyone, you know? I don't know. I don't know if I'm picky or like I'm just like this weirdo who just only likes weirdos. I don't know. I feel like I do like weirdos, which is fine. I love that though. I think it's so cute. So not that he was a weirdo, but you know what I'm saying. Like I just like unique people that are very different, not the basics. So my point of this is that I think it's okay to take time for yourself and allow yourself to grieve and mourn, because it is kind of a loss. And you know, that person is just not going to be in your life anymore, and it's hard to get back to routine, back to schedule. You know, your house, everything is probably going to remind you of them, which it did. I had to switch things up a little bit because anytime I came home, I just felt like crying my ass off, because anytime I checked out like my living room, like, oh my god, this is where we used to chat, this is where we used to watch a movie. It was just like too much for me. So I switched things up, and it helped out a lot. And I also realized it's okay to sit in your bed and cry, okay? It's okay. It doesn't take away the pain, but I think it helps you and allows you to cope with it a little bit better, if that makes sense. I will end off by saying that I just wanted this video to be very brief and very much to the point. I didn't want to get into major details, but I do love him, and I obviously wish him the best. I think that he will find somebody, hurts me to say because I wish it would be me, but I want him to find someone that he's comfortable with, that he feels a connection with, that he loves and he wants to build a life with. And if it's not me, then let it be someone he wants, you know? I do have hope for myself that I'll one day find that person who I'll feel connected to, that I'll feel like will be mine, you know? But I think it's also important not to lose yourself for any person. You know, it's important to be you, even if you find someone that you absolutely love. I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to mention. Yeah. Okay, next. I would actually really love to know your thoughts down below in regards to this topic, to share your words of wisdom, or to even share your personal story or some form of a story that happened to you if you feel comfortable. I read all the comments, so it would mean a lot. The final shade I'm going to use is this one. It's this really nice purpley like color that we kind of the same shade as the shade we use in the crease, but that one is metallic. This has a little bit of fallout. Oh, it's pretty though. Finally, the last thing that I'm going to do is use, I wish there was a little bit of a lighter shade, but I'm going to use the shade Blaze right here for the inner corner highlight. Hopefully it's not going to be too dark for me. I'm going to use it on my pinky. It's still really pretty. And then I'm going to use a little bit of that on my brow bone too. Okay, so I finished up the other eye. Now onto the lower lash line. What the hell is that? I need like a good ass brush for the lower lash line. Please let me know if you have any, because I feel like all the ones I have are like not like, you know. Okay, for the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna go green, and I'm gonna use the shade Wonderlust, but I'm gonna actually mix it with the shade Baja. So first use Baja and then Wonderlust, just to kind of switch things up. Okay, why does it gotta be so like uniformed? No. I think that's pretty much it for the eyes in regards to the eyeshadows. I will say, just from using it pretty much the first time on my eyes today, sexy AF. I really loved how the shades that I used blended out. There isn't a lot of kick up, there isn't a lot of fallout, there isn't a lot of like flakiness, nothing like that. This is truly one of the best ones Urban Decay has ever made, and I'm not like, usually Urban Decay, like sometimes it's just like good, sometimes they like, many times they're pretty dry. These are just like perfection. It's really ultimately probably one of the best palettes they created, from the packaging to the inside of the palette, from the color selection to how they applied. A++. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the box and use one of these eyeliners. Okay, so they included 3 different eyeliners. I adore the 24/7 Glide On eyeliners. I finished many of them throughout my life. The first one that we have here is this green one, really pretty, in the shade Overdrive. Next shade is Double Life. It's a nice bronzy. Then we have the shade Lucky, which is kind of like a coppery type of color. Here's how these 3 look in case you guys were curious. Really pretty, and of course these are beyond freaking creamy as well. I think I'm gonna just go for the green because I want to just intensify the lower lash line. So I'm gonna use this on my lower lash line. Let's do that. Can we do it with one hand? I don't know, man. Yeah, we could. Okay, after I did that, let's get some mascara. I think I'm gonna use this one. This is the L'Oreal X Fiber Mascara. I've been really enjoying this. I'm gonna coat my upper lashes and my bottom lashes as well. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is put on these Violet Voice lashes. I haven't worn lashes in the longest time ever. I think the last time was by my brother's wedding, and then before that, maybe like a month or two before that. These are the I Do Not Care lashes, which I think is so cute. Once lashes are on, we are pretty much done with the face. This is when the hair comes out, and we're winging it. Like, I wouldn't flip my hair now. It's not the type. Okay, next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is use highlighter. I spoke about this in my weekly makeup video. This is the Dior Backstage Highlighter Palette, and in here we are getting 4 different highlight. No, I thought I could be so slick. This broke. Sephora refunded me, so we're good still, but I'm gonna put this back. Like, no, fingers didn't fall into pieces, you know what I'm saying? I need to put some like alcohol in there. Okay, anyways, we are getting 4 different highlighters in here. A white, a champagne, a pinky, and a bronzy. I love this. Amazing quality. Looks sexy on. Let me use a brush. You guys will see for yourself. So what I like to usually do is take the white one and then the champagne one and mix them together. Kind of just like glide the brush like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's life in its own. It's amazing. Blurb. A little bit, okay. Yum. I love nose highlight. I feel like some people love it, but then some like hate it with a passion. I think that's adorable on anyone really. Just like I love freckles, highlight on the nose too. And then as for lips, back to the box. Let's zoom out, yeah? 1 second. I was wondering like how are we so close to each other? Which I don't mind, but I don't know, you know? So we have 3 different lipsticks. The first one is the Morphe. This is a Comfort Matte. Oh, this one actually came broken. That's that one. It's a matte purple color. Next one is called 66. Yeah, 66. And this is a Comfort Matte as well. It's a beautiful rosy color. That's how that one looks. I feel like that would suit a ton of people. It would be a lot of people's style. And this one is called Ready, and this is a metallicized. It's a nice like pinky color. So what I think I'm gonna use for today, since you guys love me in deep lipsticks, I'm gonna use this deepened plummy type of color with a pencil just to kind of draw out the line on my lips and then fill them in with it as well. So we're gonna use the shade Morphe. Let's go ahead and use some setting spray before my camera dies again. I love the Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray. I think I went through 1 or 2 of these in the past. So refreshing, oh my goodness. Anyways, that's pretty much the entire look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed my story as well. I wanted to end off by saying that I would say maybe like 2 months ago, I mentioned on my Instagram that there are a few things that I'm going through that I don't really want to discuss, but it's going to be a tough time and I know that it's going to be, so I'm ready for it. And that was pretty much kind of like leaving my job, which I already talked to you guys about, and then this as well. So now you guys know everything. Lastly, I do wish him luck. I love him, and I think that I always will because of his genuine, amazing soul. But I'm sure God has a plan for him and has a plan for me. And if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. But if it will be meant to be, then I will know that it was meant to be. If that makes sense. Exactly. Baby, just let me. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.